Wake Up with Tina Marks is brought to you by La Quinta Cliff House Grill and Bar and Pacifica. Seafood is our passion.
Throughout my life, I found that there was a lot of products, services, and professionals that I was not familiar with. I realized that not having been aware of these opportunities, I was missing out on improving my life in so many ways. I have made it my mission to search out what I feel is the best products, services, and professionals available. Each week, I will interview 3 to 4 different guests who will be discussing their products and services and why they are so beneficial to your life. Welcome to Wake Up with Tina Marks. I'm Tina Marks, your host, and we're here with Craig Michaels from CV Weekly.
How are you, Tina?
I'm great. How are you?
Love your hair.
Thank you. Like yours too. Somebody noticed.
It looks awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that a new color too?
It is.
Wow.
It is. It's a little bit
new
lighter.
Length, new color?
I said, make it look like I just got back from Hawaii, like that sun-kissed.
Are you getting married or what's the deal?
Well, not yet.
Yeah, okay.
Hold your horses. Just wanted something new. In fact, you know, I've been wanting to do this. And you know how long I've had my long hair? I've had it, I figured it out, I think 12 years.
Wow.
And I kept thinking, I don't want to cut it because if I cut it, that's kind of my last shot to have long hair because after a certain age, you know, and...
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
We start out with something colorful today with entertainment, a drag queen show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's at the Day Palm Country Club. You ever been there? It's a small place on the corner of Gerald Ford and Day Palm in Cathedral City.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
They got a little country club there, and inside they've got a place called AJ's on the Green.
I did hear about this place. A lot of people go there.
Right.
It's like a hot spot,
It's
right?
a hot spot for local entertainers.
Okay.
And on Friday, this Friday, they have Fantasy Fridays with divas, and it's a drag queen show. It starts at 9:30.
You're going to be shocked. You know how I said...
Nothing shocks me coming out of your mouth. But go ahead and try.
Except my haircut. No, this is going to be shocking.
All right.
I have been in downtown Palm Springs 3 times in 1 week.
Wow. I'm shocked.
And since last Friday, 3 times, and I'm going again tonight.
Wow.
It's so happening.
You're like a local,
down there.
right? You might as well just get a place down there.
I know. Well, you know, that's funny. That may be happening.
Okay,
But
good.
you know, the people watching is great. There's so many restaurants. And there's actually people walking on the streets. I mean,
Downtown Palm Springs.
Yeah,
It's
is that where
kind
you
of
hang
coming
out
alive
too?
there. And I go there once in a while.
Who's playing at the Rock Garden?
Yeah.
Rock Yard. Do you know?
At the Rock Yard? It's funny you should say that, Tina. I was just going to mention that. That was my next venue.
I thought I was going to stump you.
No, actually, it's on my list today.
What's the trivia game?
It's coming up.
Okay,
She's
good.
getting ahead of me. But you are right. Rock Yard is going off this weekend at Fantasy Springs Casino.
Okay.
And they have a tribute band, Van Halen tribute
Van Halen. Oh, that's cool.
Atomic Punks. is their
Okay.
name. All right, now it's time to play musical trivia.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right, now, and I will say off the bat, I don't think you're going to get this one because it's a rapper, and I know you're probably not really up on some of the rappers, but we'll see how you do.
Don't
All
go
right,
there.
don't discount you
don't know
already.
me that
Won't
well.
count you out. A Grammy-winning rapper who actually did star, and this will help you out. He started in the movie Fast and Furious. That's a
That
big
doesn't mean
giveaway.
anything to
No?
me.
Okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
he also sang a song, Too Fast, Too Furious, for the soundtrack. Songs like My Chick Bad and How Low would be...
Don't know.
That's right. Ludacris.
Oh, I've heard of that,
Right,
but I wouldn't know.
he's
I
still
wouldn't know. Can I
got
have
a
another
name.
one? Just think one off the top of your head. No.
Well, let me just say that they're
Where's
playing
he
at Fantasy. He's playing Fantasy Springs this Saturday night.
Oh, cool.
So in case people want to go to that.
Okay.
All right, and finally,
What is that?
the Joshua Tree Music Festival is going on this weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, up in the High Desert in Joshua Tree. A lot of
That
bands
looks like
here.
a lot of bands
Well,
here.
you look at all the bands. You can't even see them all, but there's looks like there's probably about 75 bands
Oh my
there.
gosh.
And the
it's all
difference
weekend.
between this and Coachella, it's kind of similar. It's an outdoor festival all weekend long. Actually, it's 4 days, May 12th through the 15th. But this is more family friendly. See, they've
cool.
got kids, art, yoga. It's a family friendly outdoor concert all weekend long.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
The 14th one. They've been doing it 14 years.
14 years, and I've never... What? I feel like I've been asleep them this whole show. I'm like, I've never heard of that place. I've never heard... I mean, I've lived here for the last 16 years.
It's a good thing that you're doing this show.
It's good that I'm doing this show, but I am getting out more.
JoshuaTreeMusicFestival.com if you'd like more information. And, of course, we have a special guest entertainer just minutes away on the show.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Investors still worry about Wall Street's integrity, with brokers making a lot of money from selling their firm's own financial products. But whose interests are they actually serving? At Hightower Palm Desert, We deliver independent fiduciary investment advice right here in the Coachella Valley. We don't manufacture or carry financial products. Instead, we're aligned with our clients to help ensure their ultimate financial success. Call us today to learn how Hightower manages wealth to a higher standard. Hightower, an unobstructed view.
Love Prince. Michael James, ladies and gentlemen, he is our musical guest on the show today. As you can hear him playing a little Purple Rain by Prince. And I think it's very fitting, of course. Sounds good to me. I don't know about you, but I love Prince and I love Michael James. Awesome job. Thank you very much for opening up our musical segment today. Come on over and have a seat. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing these days. And we should probably start out by saying that your uncle is John McCormick.
Yep.
And I remember McCormick's back in the day, which is now
How many
the
years
Hood.
ago did that close?
God, how long has it been? It's, I think, 6 years, 7
Has
years.
it been that
It's
long?
been that
Oh
long.
gosh. I
Now the
remember.
Hood.
Yeah, and now it's
Yeah.
called the Hood, and they have music there, don't they?
They do.
I've never been the Hood.
I have
Talk
not
about
played
getting
there yet,
out
though.
more. You haven't played there.
No, I would like to.
You
But
know
But
where
let's
I-
talk about where you are playing.
Yes.
Mastro's. Yeah,
Ah.
every weekend.
And I
have
was
you been
just
there?
yes, I have, and I've seen you there. And who's the woman that you?
I
who's
have
your partner?
Asia now.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah, Asia.
Oh, really?
She's amazing.
And I remember seeing you actually at McCormick's. You would play
Oh
too.
my God, yeah, I miss those days. They were fun.
So, do you miss being in a band?
I
mean,
do.
Yeah.
I still do bands. Like we do
Right,
a lot
yeah.
of private parties, and we just booked something in Seattle. I just got back from
Oh, you
England.
did.
a wedding.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What were you doing in England?
I did a wedding.
You did? How did they
Amazing.
find you?
Mastro's.
No.
Yeah.
They saw you in
saw
Mastro's
us
and
at
sent
Mastro's
you.
and flew us out
No
there.
way.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is that the furthest you've ever gone to
That
play?
was.
Is
that
it
was
the first
quite a
time you've
trip.
been in England?
Yes. Well, no, I kind of flew through. I did my honeymoon there, so.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about that. You have some
Nice.
kids now too.
I
huh?
do.
Oh,
I have
I
a little
know,
boy,
you
2-year-old. He's quite the musician.
Cool.
Is he really two?
Two.
He's two. And
Yeah, he's got the drums. He's doing piano. He's
do you want to hear
loving the
something?
guitar.
My son wanted drums, and my girlfriend had him in her garage because her kid was too old for that. And I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, because I don't know how much a drum set is. They're quite expensive these days.
Not these
Couple
days.
$100s.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I got it home, and I wanted to wring her neck. Okay.
Because it's loud.
That's the one instrument I don't want my son playing.
It is. It is loud.
It will drive you, doesn't drive you bananas?
No, I love it. You know,
Do
I mean,
you?
I grew up
That
in a
bangy?
musical family, so
The apple
I'm
doesn't
used
fall
to
apart.
Guitar,
from the
yeah.
tree, right?
You know, maybe you can teach me guitar because I have
Sure.
3 guitars. Everybody, I don't know how, my friends keep giving me like guitars. I guess they think I should be playing guitar, but
He's the
it
man.
hurts my fingers.
It hurt my fingers at first.
Does
Oh, for
it?
Sure,
I
yeah.
can't get past that.
Yeah, you got to just.
And I can't
suck
actually
it up.
cut my nails short
That is
enough.
a tough thing. If a girl's gonna play guitar, she's got to trim the nails.
Yeah.
At least one hand.
Yeah,
the fretting
exactly,
hand.
exactly.
And
That's
keep the
it.
other ones for
And when
finger
did you
picking.
start playing? How old
I
were you?
started about 12 or 13.
Wow.
And RIP to Randy Hewitson because he did give me my first guitar.
Oh.
Not give me,
Wow.
but I got it from musicians.
And
out
you-
there,
and you were
so,
how old?
Randy's a great guy.
yeah.
How
What's
old?
that? I was 12 or 13.
12 or 13. Fantastic.
So besides Mastro's, what nights are you there, by the way?
I'm usually there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday, it does change. And the other band is great also, The Troubles, which I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, no.
It's
What-
JoJo and Britt.
What
Oh,
day are they?
yeah, I love JoJo. And he
They're
was
great.
just on our show recently.
was he?
Yeah,
Oh, I
a
love
couple
the
weeks
guy.
ago.
He's a great guy.
Ah, I love JoJo.
Yeah.
What days is he there? So you're
He's-
there
It
Thursday.
does
you're
switch
there
up, but
always
we're
Sunday.
there most weekends.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you guys go on a weekend, you'll
Nice.
most likely get us. If not,
Well, can
you're
I?
in good
can
hands
I?
with
Will
JoJo and Britt.
you? Will you honor my request if I have
Of course I
requests?
will. Yes. Say no to
sure.
this face. Come on.
Right?
Aw, that's so cute. Thank you. There's a lot of good songs out there right now. Do you write your own songs, or you?
I do.
You do.
Oh, I have tons. Yeah.
But they don't let you play them at Mastro's.
and it's
No,
not.
they
It's
don't.
not the house for it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you do a lot of parties, or private parties, and
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and I will say, when he plays on stage with his band, I know this sounds weird, but I almost feel like I'm watching Elvis Presley, although he doesn't look like him.
Yeah,
Seriously.
he gets it.
Thank
He
you
gets
very
it.
much.
Well, he really works the crowd. He connects. He looks
you
at the
have to.
people.
That's part of
he
being an
waves
entertainer,
and he mentions my name. He really do. I got a lot of
That's
charisma.
Now we see why you like him.
He's got a lot of
He mentions
charisma.
your name.
Well, I love this
Yeah.
guy. He's hired.
No.
Craig has booked me on many gigs, and
Well,
I love this guy.
only
Long
because I
time.
like what you do,
Yeah.
and I really that's why I wanted to have you on the show. If you do
We
want to
only
book
have
him,
people on the show that we promote.
yeah, he's got a full band. Besides what you see at Mastro's, he can put together an awesome band for you. You can always go to musicalaffair.com, of course, and we can book that for you.
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure because
Yeah.
you are a solid act.
Yes.
Thank
yeah,
you, Craig.
You're welcome,
fantastic.
man. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Pleasure.
And we're back with Leonard Feld from the Smile Center, dental physician. So he's back for the second time on our show.
Really?
Yeah. You were that interesting the first time, so I brought you back.
Well, thank you.
You have a
Thank
lot
you.
to say. And today we're going to be talking about sleep apnea. My boyfriend, I noticed, stops breathing when he's sleeping. So I called Dr. Feld, and he had him take a sleep, what's it called? Sleep test.
yeah, sleep test.
You go and it monitors
at
your
home.
sleep. You take it home and you sleep. It's very, very easy. You just put it on your finger, and then anyways, it's very comfortable. It's very easy.
90%, over 90%, 90 to 95% of the people have this ailment,
90 to 95%.
don't know they have it.
Okay.
So we do know that 87% of the people that have it have heart attacks. We do know that
Okay. Yes. I mean, this is mind blowing.
this is all from the American Medical Association.
Right.
67% of the people that have strokes have this. 50% of the diabetics have this. So,
Sleep apnea.
So the question is, did they get the stroke from not getting any oxygen to the brain, or did they get not any oxygen to the brain from the stroke?
Explain the definition of sleep
The
apnea.
definition of sleep apnea is that you stop breathing for 10 seconds or more.
more.
That is a
Long time.
medical definition. That's what the definition is. You stop breathing for 10 seconds or more. It can be for 30 seconds. It can be for a minute, but it's 10 seconds or more. So what does that
Think
mean?
about it. That's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, hold
Stop
your breath
breathing.
for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Now what happens is, and that's where your boyfriend was choking, was the brain is not getting any oxygen.
Yes.
So it has to wake you up.
Exactly.
So,
Which is why he probably only sleeps 3 hours a night.
well, that's what the test said.
And exactly, that's what the test. And so, and that not only are you not getting the oxygen that you need, but if you're not sleeping and going into that REM. Now let's talk about that for a moment.
What we should, there's a lot to talk about, obviously. What happens is at night, when you sleep, that's when the body is supposed to repair itself.
Yes.
That's when it produces growth hormone, and that's when the brain resets itself, and that's when it gets better. Now, if you don't sleep, or you don't get into what we call deep sleep or REM sleep, then the brain doesn't
Repair itself, right? Exactly.
Exactly. So now you're tired, no big deal. So you eat some sugar, and then you start gaining weight. Okay?
Exactly. But you notice that when you're tired, I notice that when I'm tired, I crave all the wrong foods and I eat more because your body's trying to.
That's normal
Yes.
because the body needs some energy, and since you didn't repair at night,
Yes.
then you have to eat.
Exactly.
So
a lot of people don't understand
Right,
why
it's-
they're gaining weight. That could be the reason too.
Right. So now the next thing is, well, we gained weight. That's why you have sleep apnea. No, you had sleep apnea. Now you gain weight.
Exactly.
Okay. And now it makes it worse. Why?
Exactly.
Because the tissues become soft and flaccid, and now you have this problem of weight gain.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a little gerbil on a one of those little things.
Like a hamster on
They
a wheel.
flip off.
Yeah.
They shake themselves off, and what do? They get right back on it again.
Yeah.
Because they don't know any different.
Exactly.
And so people are like that too.
It's like the domino effect. Yeah.
So what we do is we make an appliance that moves the jaw in a better position so the person can breathe.
Can breathe.
Get the tongue out of the
That's-
way.
exactly.
This type thing. And we do that after we take x-rays and find out where the position should be.
Exactly.
That's all.
Okay.
And it's usually a positional problem. It's not a surgery. It's not pills.
Right.
It's benign.
Exactly.
It's real
exactly.
simple.
Indian Wells Smile Center, give them a call, make an appointment today. Thank you for being here.
Hey, listen, it's been wonderful.
Thank you.
It's always great to be here with Tina.
And we're here with Malcolm Lesavoy, board certified plastic surgeon. Welcome back. We had you on a couple weeks ago, and Again, there's so much information, so I'm having you back on again, and also I love seeing you. So.
Good, thank you.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about facelifts under local anesthesia, correct?
Okay, fine.
All right, so I have a question that I was just thinking about because I knew you were coming on the show. When do you know you need a facelift as opposed to fillers? Because it's all about fillers, filling, in places, and then there's Botox, which freezes the muscles and takes away the wrinkles. But how do you know when it's time to get a facelift? Is
Yeah,
there like a
well-
certain age or?
Yeah, it's a very good question. It's a question that's asked all the time. Thank you for having me and for asking the question that we're asked frequently. Basically, as we know, Botox is just to relax some of the muscles so that you don't have the wrinkles. A filler is like putty, so to speak, to fill in some of the lines. But a facelift or eyelid lift is when you have extra skin of the neck and the jowl areas that needs to be either stretched a little bit and removed. And that's basically what we're talking about.
Right.
You can't get rid of the extra skin of somebody's neck or jowls by injecting it with anything.
No, exactly.
However, a lot of times as we get wiser and more mature,
Yes.
a little bit older, we have these like turkey gobbler kind of things, so to speak, in our
Yeah.
neck. This is called the platysma muscle. This is a muscle, we go like so, and makes this prominent. And as they start to sag a little bit, then we can tighten those muscles, but we do that surgically.
Okay.
And I do it under local anesthesia with a little oral Valium for sedation, and it works out really good. Takes about an hour and a half to just do the whole neck and the
So,
and the jowls.
so facelift is more than just the neck, though. It's pulling it up
correct.
from everywhere. Because
That is
I was
correct.
looking in the mirror the other day, and I started going, "Oh, that looks better."
Yes.
So, do I need a facelift?
No, you don't need a facelift. But here's the point. Here's the point. We say facelift, but it includes the neck.
Yeah,
And most
my neck's-
very frequently, I just saw a patient just earlier today that this patient happens to be a man. He doesn't need anything up here in the cheek area. All he needed was his neck to be tightened.
Right.
So sometimes patients come, and I would say 50-50, 50% of the time,
Just
all they
for the
want is
neck.
their neck.
Yeah.
They don't need to have this.
Okay.
However, if they're sagging in all these areas, then
Yeah.
specifically we do that too.
Something like here, if this is starting to, now that would be fillers, correct?
That is correct, because a lot of times patients come, they say, look, I just don't like these laugh lines. And so I want to have a facelift, but it will not work for that, because to get rid of these laugh lines, we make the incisions back here in the hairline.
Yes.
And to pull the skin so tight, it looks artificial and
Right.
it's terrible.
Right.
It has to look natural.
Right.
And a lot of times patients come back and they say, Lesavoy, thanks, everything went the way you, and I'm very pleased, but I'm a little disappointed. Well, why are you disappointed? Well, nobody could tell I had a facelift.
Yeah, exactly.
Bingo, that's exactly what we want.
And you are so fortunate because he is now coming to the desert. He has 2 offices in Los Angeles, but he is going to be coming down on Fridays, working out of Dr. Feld's office, the Smile Center. The 2 of them are going to be teaming up. So if you have any TMJ issues, or as we were talking earlier, sleep apnea, you can come to one place, and then you can see Malcolm for any kind of cosmetic surgeries.
A lot of times patients will have their facelift and their eyelids or whatever, and they'll need their teeth done also, because it's all in one.
It's all in one.
It's all one thing.
Exactly. So what's the downtime for the facelift?
In general, it's 10 days to 2 weeks.
That's not
That's
bad.
it.
And how about
10 days
lower
to
and
2 weeks.
upper?
Same thing.
Same thing.
And frequently we do them at the same time. The whole procedure,
Yes.
everything,
Everything.
takes 2 hours. And
2 hours.
And you're home, maybe 2.5 hours.
Right.
You have a little bit of pain that night, you're all wrapped up.
Yeah.
And you come back the next day, 24 hours, they change the dressings, and almost universally, I see patients that following morning, and I said, did you take any pain pills? No, didn't take any pain pills.
Wow.
So it works out very good. I
That
mean,
is-
it feels a little uncomfortable and you're stiff and so
Oh,
on and so forth.
exactly. I mean, it is
But
surgery.
10 days, 2 weeks, you're good to go.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And we're here with Lady V, Valana Wynn. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about transition and accepting your feelings and what is during a transitional period, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let's talk about transition. Transition is, from my take, is your way of moving forward in your life, overcoming obstacles, but we resist transition.
Because it's painful sometimes.
It's painful, it's challenging, and so what do?
Well, we try to change everything around us in order to fit into a picture that we may have.
Exactly.
Part of accepting what is being able to almost step back, being the observer, and really look into what is happening before me, what is being said to me, and then determining whether that fits into your life story, how you want to live your life.
What am I supposed to be learning here?
Right.
And as opposed to, why is this happening to me? Sometimes you feel like the world has just stopped. You're putting all your effort in, and nothing seems to be coming up for you.
Right.
And oftentimes that gets very frustrating. So we're trying to change. We're trying to work harder or stronger or faster.
Right.
And sometimes, because my client had said to me, what do you do, Tina, when you hit like the wall?
Right.
Okay, like when you're running, and nothing. Let's say nothing's happening. Do you keep going forward? Do you keep forcing it, or do you take time out?
Well, everything is a choice, one way or another. We choose to either be a victim or a miracle every day, every waking moment, every millisecond. So choose to be a miracle.
Exactly.
Choose yourself. Choose to champion yourself.
Yes, and
accept what it is.
observe yourself. Observe yourself when you're getting angry. Observe yourself when you're being reactionary.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really trying to do at this point. Trying not to react. Take a moment, stop, settle into yourself, observe, and then you're going to come from a much better place.
It's exactly what we talk about. Observe with love.
Yep. And we're back with Robert Shine from Hightower. Welcome back, Robert.
It's great to be back.
Good. Okay, so I'm looking at this book, and this is the topic we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
And the name of the book is Preparing Heirs. And you and I were just talking off camera a little bit about how important it is to have a will and to prepare for your death, so to speak.
So,
Lack of a better.
here's the better way of thinking about it,
Okay.
right? And we'll just use the headlines. Most recently, the music world just lost a great Prince.
Yes.
Prince died with $300 million plus at the very minimum in terms of his state valuation, with no will.
With no will.
So what happens?
And that's what we were talking about.
It
I said, how could
becomes-
that possibly be?
It happens more times than you think. And that's where we at Hightower and my team and I specifically spend time, effort, and energy working with families.
Yes.
As it relates to having the basics. The basics are a proper estate plan. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be a plan for today's law,
Yeah.
okay? And more importantly, it's flexible. So over time, as your family dynamic changes, ebbs and flows, no family's perfect, but change happens over time with regards to estate planning and family. Make the estate essentials set up.
Yes.
Wills, trusts, if that's necessary, advanced medical directives, power of attorney.
Power of attorney, yes.
So those are your essentials to get set up. And as the tax law changes over time,
Yes.
you can change your trusts or
Yes.
your wishes.
Yes.
Now, the most important thing, therefore you avoid the, what if scenario, how could you have a $300, or even if it's a $300,000 estate.
Yeah.
If you don't do the planning, the government and the state will do the
it
planning for you.
Exactly.
okay?
I went to a luncheon and they were talking about this, and I am guilty. I do not have a will, and which is ridiculous. And she was saying that it's quite simple. That even a handwritten will, she said, actually would serve better. It would stand up more than if you type something out on the computer. Have you ever heard that before?
So that's the estate planning world.
Okay.
As a financial advisor, I would refer you to the expert
Okay.
as it relates to that. But the answer is, something is better than nothing.
Something,
right?
yeah, exactly.
But that would be the first step. The second step is where we come in.
Okay.
So clients sit in front of myself and my team, and our job is to listen, but more importantly, foster those conversations. Those conversations about not only the wealth, but transferring the values that are associated with the wealth. Let's think about it this way.
Yes.
The amount of wealth transfer over the next 10, 15 years is staggering. But it's not just, if you do the estate planning and the financial advisor and everyone works together as a team with the CPA,
Yes.
everything's pretty much, it's easy for us as professionals. What takes time and what I submit for consideration, everyone should start now, is the kitchen table conversation. It's transferring the values that are associated with the wealth. because the next generation.
Meaning what? The values?
Generations come to like my family specifically. You know, my parent or my father came in 1953 to this country as an immigrant.
Okay.
And so they sacrificed for opportunity and education.
Yes.
And so my grandfather, as well as my father before he passed, was always about that kitchen table. Always about, hey, by the way, let's talk about what the values of our name means, respect, as well as the sacrifices we made in terms of who you are. And so I think that's what's being lost in America a lot of ways, and it's
Exactly.
hard to have those connectivity. So we foster that, as I've been taught from my personal kitchen table as I grew up, we do that for our clients, and we basically say, invite the conversation, which is, have you had the conversation with your kids or your grandkids?
Right.
If not, here's a couple of keys, or again, here's a step-by-step book you can read.
Yes.
And we'll walk you through it, and we bring
Exactly.
them in and have those, or even a conversation with the next generation
Right.
about once that, those assets are transferred, hey, by the way, grandma and grandpa did this for you.
Yes.
And this is what it means. It doesn't
then
mean
you-
like wire funds for a new car.
Right.
Or let's buy a new house, or let's go have some fun.
Right.
This is real serious stuff. And these
Exactly.
are real values that they sacrificed for many, many generations before you.
Yes.
So let's be thoughtful about your finances. And that's how we bridge that
And
gap.
by having that conversation with your children, you will instill that for them. You're teaching them, so when they get to
Yeah.
be an adult, then they'll automatically do it as well. Perfect. We'll give Robert a call. The information's on the screen, and we'll see you next time. And we're here with Mita Thompson from Windermere, Lee Askow and Partners. And it's so funny because I always have trouble pronouncing that name. So Rob, who's on set today, said, think about it this way, Tina. Lee Askow. And I won't forget it. It's like word association. Anyway, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. I understand you are a rock star in real estate. Where do you find most of your clients? I mean, is it referral? How long have you been in the business?
Altogether, about 4.5 years.
Wow.
I was an assistant for 2.5 years of that.
Yes.
And I've been out on my own for about 1.5 years.
You have a development that you want to talk about, or a listing?
Yes, I have a listing at Sun City Shadow Hills. The listing is a San Rafael floor plan. This one happens to be 3 bedrooms, 3 baths,
Okay.
and there's also an additional office or a den.
Okay. Is
Great.
that detached, or is it all in the house?
It's a single family
Okay,
house,
okay.
all within the house.
Okay,
yes.
within the house. Uh-huh. And how many square feet is that?
It is 2,376 square feet.
Okay.
And it's actually on a 1/4 acre parcel, so it's actually one of the bigger lots, and it sits right on the first green.
They offer a lot of different classes and things like that. So, I mean, you don't even have to leave. That's one of the benefits of living there, correct?
Yes, yes, it's a guard-gated community. They have over 50 clubs. They could be anywhere from playing bridge
Yes.
or billiards, or also they have tennis
knitting,
club,
yep.
golf clubs.
Yep.
They've got all kinds of activities. They
And
even
events going on all the time too, like dinners and things like that. Yeah,
Yes.
which is very, very important, that you don't even have to leave the premises. That's fantastic. And you cover the whole valley, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so from Palm Springs all the way to Indio?
Out to Indio,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Okay,
Yes.
your information's up on the screen. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Tina. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Wake Up with Tina Marks. Craig's hair is done by Charlie Yeoman. Tina's hair is done by Haggy at J. Russell Salon.